Hello, it's Anna T. Brooks, Sovereign Energy Alchemist, and welcome to another episode of Energetic Alchemy with Anna, quick hits of life-transforming energy shifts. Today, we are speaking about trigger therapy. And what I'm speaking about specifically is our triggers and things that evoke powerful emotions and usually negative, right? When we think about triggers, we tend to think about negative things, something that happens, situations, the way that people treat you, something you find yourself in where you are triggered, where you have a deep emotional reaction. And I want to talk about specifically, how is it that you know that this is something that you need to lean into and something that you maybe need to work around? Why is this coming up for you? Why is this affecting you so deeply? And doing whatever healing, whatever coaching, whatever transformational work it is that you feel called to do. And what I want to talk about specifically is that when we have something that triggers us, the only reason that it is triggering us is because we have an open wound. We have something that is unhealed there. That is the only reason that we have a powerful emotional reaction to something. If someone is pushing your buttons, it is because there is something there to push. If there is no button there to push, if you are healed in that area, if it doesn't affect you, what will happen instead is it will either just not show up in your life, or when it does, it's not going to evoke any kind of emotion from you. It's not going to upset you in any way. It's just going to be mild inconvenience maybe, but you're not going to get emotionally caught up in it. And I'll give you an example because I feel like this really helps if there's an example. So I'll give you my own personal example. One of my pet peeves, one of my biggest wounds, and one of the buttons that I would allow people to press over and over and over with me for a long, long time was respecting my time. It was one of my biggest triggers that when somebody would disrespect me, would show that they don't value my time in some way, this would get me very emotionally upset, very, very emotionally upset. There was a lot of work that I got to do in order to heal that, in order to move through that. And what happens now, and what I will realize, so something actually came up this morning that instigated this, that someone reached out to me and did something that previously used to trigger me, right? When I had someone reach out who had not taken any time to get to know me, had obviously not looked through my profile or taken any time to actually find out anything about me, and had basically just cold pitched me whatever it is that they're doing, whatever it is that they want to sell. And this used to really, really upset me because, like I said, I value people's time very greatly, and I would never do that to somebody else. However, normally when this happens, and when it has happened in the last few months or years or so, I just don't even realize it. I couldn't tell you the last time somebody did this to me. I'm sure it does happen at times, but I'm so emotionally unattached that I forget about it, right? Whereas this morning, for some reason, it just bugged me again. And I got to actually take a moment and go, oh, okay, what is that? Where is that coming from? And realizing that what was happening was they were pushing a button that I'd opened up again around realizing that I actually haven't been respecting my own time. I haven't been holding myself accountable to the things that I really want to do, right? And when I had that realization about, oh, this is why this is hurting you. This is why this is digging into that wound. This is why that button is being pressed, because there's a part of you right now that's not showing this respect to yourself in your own time, right? Hey, Jackie, hey. And so as soon as I realized this, I got to move through that. I got to move past that. And I got to realize, okay, this isn't about them. This is about me. And once again, that got me thinking that truly, I can't remember the last time before this that this happened. It's not that it doesn't happen. This is something to be aware of, that it's not that these triggers will never come up again. It's not that someone will never disrespect your time again. It's not that this kind of person won't reach out in this way again. It's that you won't care. You won't even realize, right? And that's why I say, like, I actually had to try and think, is there any other messages I've had like that recently? And when I went back into my inbox, I realized there was, but I'd totally forgotten them, right? Because in that time, I had been healed. I had no issues. I had no triggers, no buttons to press. And so when somebody did something like that, cool, I just moved aside. I just said thanks, no thanks, and moved on with my life. Whereas because this morning, there was obviously something within me that had actually gotten a little bit, that I hadn't addressed within myself, and that button was ready to press, right? So it's such a beautiful reminder, really, that it all starts within us. It all starts within us. And if you want to do your trigger therapy, if you want to move through that, you're going to need to always look at yourself and look at why is this wound open? Why is this possible for someone else to press this button? And why am I giving that power over? Is there something that I haven't dealt with yet? Something that I haven't looked at? Something that I need to address right now to bring myself back into alignment? Because like I said, it's not that this will never happen again. It's not that I never have anyone trying to disrespect my time or trying to do this or whatever it is. But because of my energy most of the time, it very rarely happens. And if it does, it's not a trigger. It's not something that upsets me anymore. And if it is, that's my mirror to go, okay, there's something here, Anna. There's something you need to look at. What is going on? Why is this person able to affect you when you know that this is not where you want your focus to be? So I hope that this has been helpful. I think this one might be slightly longer, but that's okay, because I wanted to give you that example because I think that really helps to kind of apply it to something that you actually can think about and can kind of imagine a situation similar to you as well. So have an amazing day. If you've loved this, hit like, hit love, pop a comment in, share it across. I've always loved to get this out to as many people as possible. Sending you so much love, and remember, live life on purpose. Bye.